Hello, everyone. We're going to talk about concentration of solutions. Just to refresh your memory, in order for us to have a solution, we have a solute that is added to a solvent. So it looks kind of like a math problem. Solvent plus solute equals solution. So what is concentration? It's the measure of the amount of solute, which is in grams, dissolved in a solvent, which is in milliliters. So the SI unit for concentration would be grams per milliliter. This SI unit means that in order to find concentration, you're going to take solute in grams and divide it by the solvent in milliliters. So last week we talked about solubility, an unsaturated solution, a saturated solution, and a supersaturated solution. From the picture here, you see that more solute is added to the solvent, okay, and it dissolves. Then you get to the point where there's no more dissolving. Then you get to another point where there's no more dissolving and crystals form. Now, we're talking about concentration. If you were to look at this arrow, you should notice that the solution is getting darker as you add more solute to the solvent. Here we have a picture of two beakers with approximately 400 milliliters of a solvent in it, and we then have our solute. So we have the same amount of solvent, which is about 400 milliliters. This has less solute in this beaker. This has more solute in this beaker. This is considered a dilute solution, and this is considered a concentrated solution. If you notice, just like on the previous slide, the one that had the less solute is lighter in color versus the one that has more solute, which is darker in color. Here's what the particles look like in a dilute solution and a concentrated solution. So here's the dilute solution. The pink particles here are the particles of your solute. Now, the coloring is very light because you have actually more particles of the solvent than you do the solute. However, when we go over here to the concentrated solution, we now have more particles of the solute than we do the solvent. So it's going to be much darker, as we saw in the previous pictures. So what does concentration deal with as far as our everyday lives? Well, everyone, well, I would assume everyone likes Kool-Aid, but what does that have to do with concentration? I'll be back in just a moment. Everyone should be familiar with your basic bottle of water, and not everybody likes to drink just plain water, so they would add something to it, like my Kool-Aid pack here. Okay. This Kool-Aid pack, you would put it into your bottled water, and this would be for one serving. So we put one pack into our bottled water, and this is what we get. Okay. So that is a single serving for one person, maybe even two. Sometimes that is a little bit too sweet for someone. So the next time, what they would do is say, it's too sweet for me, it needs to be diluted. So they'll get another bottle of water, take their Kool-Aid pack, but they would only use about half of it. And when they use half of it, this is what it looks like. It is much lighter in color, and it's also lighter in flavor. Now there are some, well, they will take this bottle of water and they will put one Kool-Aid pack, then a second, then a third, then a fourth, however much it can take. So let's see what that looks like with 3 to 4 packages of this Kool-Aid mix. Okay. Here is our concentrated Kool-Aid solution. So as in the previous slides, we see that the coloring has changed. Our diluted is lighter in color and our concentrated is much darker in color. Now, some would ask, why would someone drink this? It's too sweet, it's too concentrated. No one can truly drink this that way. You're right, but we don't want to waste this. So you call your friends over and they each get a glass, okay? Because this is concentrated, we can pour part of this in each glass. Your friends will be happy with this. Okay? So we have about that much there, that much there, and that much there. And we actually have more to share or even for later. You cannot drink this as it is. We already said that it was too concentrated. So in order for it to get to a point where we can drink it, we have to add more solvent. In this case, the solvent is water. So what you'll do is you'll just top it off with water. And now everyone gets to enjoy a beverage. And hopefully it should be here. Now, if you have a friend and this is still too sweet, all you have to do is add more solvent, which is water. Now, your task is to look around your house. What things do you know of that is either a concentrated solution or is made from a concentrated solution? There's your assignment for the day. Have fun.